Going live. And it should be live. Should be live. All right. Who's here? KV Kingdom, what's up, KV? How are you doing? Cure for the Noob virus. That's right. Yes. I get a prize for being first, right? Yeah, you do, of course. Ask me later for that prize. Everyone gets it. Every day, the first person gets the prize. Skepsis D, what's up? Looks like KV got first. Grats. Sorlegna, here's your prize. It's an emoji box. Yay! Are you excited? There's nothing in it though. It's just pixels. What's up, Vaseline? How you doing? It's good to see you. Ready player. Hello, 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 hello. How are you guys doing today? How you feeling? How are things? I feel like I need to look at the help file again for oh my gosh, can we not click the buttons? Thank you. I need to, this is Aerosys's plugin. I mean, this is RPG Maker MZ here, obviously, and we got a map. This is using Aerosys's like grid pattern, but I'm using 8x8, which maybe that's too grande. That's too big. I think you can use other sizes. I know you can use other sizes. So I kind of want to go to the Aerosys blog website thing and look through the tutorial again, or maybe the help file. Does it have it in the help file? I'm writing the same report for the 5th time. What report is that, Sir Legna? Alright, let's visit aerosys.blog real quick. Come along with me. I know which section I'm looking for. The maze generator. Here we go. So for 7, here's the algorithm. 4 times the snippet width plus 5. In our case, that would be 33 for both width and height. Draw snippets as shown in the picture below. So I used 8, which gave me 4 times 8. That's 32 plus 5. It's 37. So my snippets map is probably 37. Right? Hopefully the report that gets me money. Yeah, hopefully. 37. Okay. So I kind of want to take this pink dungeon thing and, I don't know, edit it. I'll have to change a lot of stuff if I do. So let's make a new one instead. I'm going to leave this one as is. Dungeon. New dungeon. Gosh, I wish I could pick a different map. Let's just pick dungeon. And this will be a 50 by 50. Okay. I'm not going to just copy this time from the last one I made. Wait, hold on. Did I edit? Close that. Didn't I just create a new map? Where did I create the new map at? Did it like not save? Did I hit cancel? Wow, fantastic. Parallax Hut can go in the debug room. I swear I made another one. Whatever. Oh, I just edited this one, which doesn't make any sense. New. This will be called New Dungeon, and I'll change the name of it. 20 Knock Super Chat from Warp Enigma. Hey Warp Enigma, how you doing? Whoop whoop. Hello everyone, love from the Enigma, hearts and whoops. Thank you for the 20 knocks, appreciate that, Warp. What's up, Video Wizard? I noticed that Drifty lost his crazy VTuber avatar. Did something happen? Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt. It's just annoying to set up. Just constantly keep it running. And it takes a lot of the CPU for no real apparent reason. And, I mean, getting the camera set up, and then getting the lighting in the room, taking off my glasses, moving my mic down so it degrades audio quality. I don't feel that it's an improvement overall for everything that all the extra stuff you have to do. It's cool, it's kind of like novel, and it's kind of got its niche, but like I don't think it's something we should do all the time. Every now and then we'll do a video with them when we feel like setting it up that way. Mm-hmm. They were turned off. It is a fad. I don't know, it's really popular in some areas, some circles. I think it's definitely got its place, and we're going to do it from time to time. But, I don't know. It's not always worth it. Where's T? Oh yeah, T's here. Hi, T.
Hello.
T's right here.
I'm here.
She's doing some stuff. She's always busy. Vaseline says you're playing Valheim.
I am. I'm busy trying
She's
to...
busy building stuff.
I'm busy putting a roof up that collapses repeatedly. It's very difficult.
And although they didn't match anyhow, though T's was amazing. Alright, Video Wizard, I see whose side you're on here. I see what team you're playing for. As usual, feel free to ask any questions you have about RPG Maker. I'm here to help the noobs cure their noob virus. If you have some simple questions and stuff that you just can't find help, and you just got the software and you're not sure if you like it yet, you need to figure out some things, and just ask me. Ask me some questions. I'd love to help you out. We have a really good community here of people who help you out. Drifty AMA Wednesday, please, please. I'm having a problem with the size of a project, up to 900 megabytes. Could I compress? It's a good question, Ready Player. You're having a problem with the size of the project. I'm assuming you're saying your project file's too large, right? Up to 900 megabytes. Could I compress? I mean, you could always compress your files. But, like, can I get some more specifics? What's the actual problem? You just need to make the entire project smaller? I would say get rid of the resources that you're not using. Are you using every soundtrack in the game that you're putting in your project? Go through. And if you're not using every single one, take them out. And then you can just keep doing that. Are you using all of the sound effects? Figure out what sound effects you're using. Remove the ones you're not. The sound is a big culprit in file size. So if you get rid of the background music, you get rid of the background sound, you're going to really reduce the file size a lot. Image is next. Sir Legna's right. You know, are you using all of the parallax maps? It really comes down to looking through your project and finding what you're using and getting rid of everything that you're not using. I mean, at this point where you're trying to deploy it, you don't want to have all that in the project. At the beginning when you're creating it, that's okay. You can remove it later. But another good way to go about your design from the beginning is to start with a blank project and add stuff as you need them. That's kind of a little bit more work intensive, and I get it. You're front loading the work so that you don't have the big process of removing assets later on. I would say most people should probably start with a larger project with all the default resources and all the resources in it, and then remove at the end. But it does take longer at the end to remove all that stuff. So go through the process of removing your... I would start with your background music, because that's going to be your biggest culprit, and then go to your sound effects, and then your music effects, and then your images. Parallaxes. Are you using every Are you using every frog in your throat? If not, you should remove it. Warp Enigma, will y'all be playing Valheim today? Every day, Warp Enigma. Every day. We beat the level 3 boss, the third boss in the game last night. We mined a bunch of iron for the crew. We all got 39 bars. Well, we have to go smelt it and bring it across the ocean. We killed some sea serpents. We mined some, I don't know what they're called, chitin off the back of giant turtles. Some epic
turnips.
Found turnip seeds. We had some epic fun. It's always a lot of fun. The server's running right now. I'm hosting the server. Is there room to join today? Yes. You can join right now if you wanted to. Just let me know and I'll send the invite. I think Waffles was on earlier today, and then he had to log off to do some stuff. And then Vero's on right now, and T's on right now. And my guy's standing in town, because if I log off, the server goes down. I hear you guys. There's lots of redundancy. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Ayush Gupta. Hey, man. Finally got time to watch your stream. What's up, Ayush? How are you doing today? How's your project? Do you have any specific questions? That's what this stream's about. Alright. Cool. Finding inner peace. Alright, so I'm going to use that algorithm that's on Aerosys's blog. 4 times the snippet's width plus 5. So, let's make it 6. Let's make a smaller mazy type thing. So 4 times 6 is 24 plus 5. That's 29. So let's make a new one that's 29. Set this to dungeon. What style of art do you think works best with RPG Maker games? I mean, obviously pixel art works best for RPG Maker games. A lot of people like chibi art style. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it does work well. Anime type of style works really well in RPGs and RPG Maker. Visual novel types things definitely like. Hand-drawn art actually does work well, especially if you're making a bullshit game where it's just a bunch of trolley stuff. I love like hand-drawn art. It really depends on what you're good at doing. But since you're asking what do I think works best, I think just good pixel art. Really, really good pixel art. I've seen 3D art as well. Shoot, I would love an invite. All right, Warp. I have you on my friends list, don't I? On my Steam friends list. Or was the last time you played T was hosting the server? I'm hosting it on this because, you know, I got 24 threads here. 4 gigahertz, 24 thread, 12 core processor. It's definitely better than running it on a 6-core i5. This is a Ryzen 9, so we decided to run it on my computer. It does work better. Let me see. T has it.
T has what?
Warp Enigma's friend code. Can you send it to me on Discord, Warp Enigma? As soon as you send me your friend code, I'll add you on Steam, and then I'll invite you. I have to close MZ to do that because of a Steam weirdness. but I just open it back up and there's no big deal. I'll get you in. I'm gonna work on a smaller scale random map generation in-game using Aerosys's plugin. All right, so let's start this one from scratch. This is a good plugin. I'm still learning it. It takes a long time. I think without the blog, it's impossible to use. Without going through and reading his blog and following his tutorials, it's impossible to use. But with the blog, it's not that hard if you just follow instruction. So let's try to mimic that. I'm gonna bring this blog up on another tab over on this right hand side. No. Just a smaller window, please. Grazie. Alright, let me get you Warp Enigma. Add a friend. Let me send you an invite. There you go. Invite successfully sent. And then as soon as you accept me as your friend, I can save MZ, close it, invite you on Valheim, and then open MZ again. Waffles, my super chat's not working. Just sent $10 and nothing shows up.
Huh.
But we all know who is behind this. That's strange. Thank you for trying to super chat, Waffles. How you doing today, Big Daddy Waffles? I love what you did with the roads. That's really cool. Today, Waffles put like cobblestone roads up in our town. It was just all dirt before, and he put up some roads, so that's pretty sick. Done. All right, let me just close this. Friends list. Here we go. Freak mishap. It's got to be Warp Enigma. I can recognize those teeth. Invite to lobby. All right, you should see it immediately. Waffles, are you the same as Bender Waffles? No, they're two different people. I know both of them. Bender Waffles is an RPG maker dude who makes good maps. He's pretty good at making maps and stuff. He's the imposter. Oh, he's a poser. Cool. All right, let's get MZ going again. See? Easy peasy. Warps in. There's so many waffles out there. There's another waffles on the server, but it's spelled with an S, so that's an imposter as well. Another impasta. Impasta pasta. Alright. Looking at the blog, I'm basically going to be copying this, but with different tile sets, and instead of 8 or 7, I'm using 6. So, try to make it look different, feel different. I'm going to start with the rivers. I'm going to do the rivers and make the straight lines there. So it would be like the entire thing would be covered in a dead river just to split up the cells. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a river. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a river. Oh no, that's not right. There it is. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a river. And a river. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what happened? 1. There we go. Now we've got our chunks. And we have to decide what our wall is going to look like. Which maps do we have already? So let's look at them. We have the Kraken Cave, which is going to look like that. This is an 8x8. We have the Moss Temple, which looks like this. The Crystal Cave, which looks like that. We have a Rock Cave, which looks like that. We have the Pink Dungeon, which looks like that. Can you make the sections any size? Yeah, as long as you follow the algorithm that's written. Like I said, I wanted to switch it up because the tutorial shows you how to do the 7s, like a 7 chunk. And then all of my maps I changed from the beginning and I made them 8 size. But it feels like they're a little too wide open and expansive. And so I'm going to make some 7s and some 6s, but I want to go with 6 first here. So that's what we're doing here. We're making some 6 chunks. So I have to decide what the wall is going to look like and start filling it in. 3 super chats and none show up.
Huh.
What's happening?
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I mean, I know the super chat's on and working. Warp Enigma was able to do a 20 knock super chat. Did your bank block you? They've done that to Trono.
Yeah.
Tronogamming's got blocked from super chatting for like a day or something. The bank thought it was like fraudulent.
Yeah.
That's lame. That sucks. I'm sorry about that, Waffles. How about you just type what you were going to put in the super chats and I'll read it anyway? Because I do believe that you were trying. I know you. I don't want to reuse some of the same walls. Waffles had that name since elementary. Okay. Elementary? Is that how you say it? Elementary? Elementary.
That's how I say it.
Elementary. I don't know. We'll try to use this one, I suppose. Elementary. Oops. Let me undo that and select this tool. Tronogamming gamer! Nah, son. It's blocking me also. It's charging me, but it doesn't show them YouTube is jacking us, Waffles. What the frick?
Oh, man.
That's lame. That's super duper lame.
Yeah, it is.
PayPal. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
What is going on?
PayPal always.
Can you run a Google? What's going on with super chats right now? Super chat is charging people but not showing super chats. It's not showing on the revenue either. It says 235, which was the 20 knock. Because Warp Enigma dropped 20 knock and it went through like early.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay, thank you, honey. What's up, Toronto? How are you doing, man? Yeah, this is not right. Super lame. Like, they already take 35% of it. They should definitely make sure that that shit works. Okay, Vino says, I can't even super chat. The system seems down. It won't accept my payment. Well, that's
it must be pretty new because I'm not seeing anything on Google. So
it's definitely new because
it just broke.
It just broke right now. Because it literally worked like 20 minutes ago. Because like 10 minutes into the stream, Warp Enigma dropped a 20 knock and it worked. Nah, what you'll have to do is PayPal, because I doubt PayPal's broke. Plus, we get like most of that. And I'll do what I do normally. I'll read the PayPal thing. We'll go over to Wall of Heroes. And it will be forever written down into the Wall of Heroes. I'm sorry about that. I have no control over YouTube's broken shit. They can't even show my thumbnails half the time. It's so annoying. What's up, Warlock Games? How are you doing? I'm doing well. I feel better today than yesterday. Vaseline says super chat shows me an error or loop loading screen. Warp Enigma broke it.
it just broke because there's like nothing. There's nothing on Google, so I'm sure within the next 20 minutes you'll start to see super chat's not working.
Oh, they're gonna fix it immediately because that is some big money for them.
Yeah.
That is big money for them. They make so much easy money just claiming other, just claiming super chats. They claim people's super chats. They get 35% for just making it available to make it work. And they can't even make it work. So lame. You're doing well. You're working on a school project. And it looks pretty good. Awesome. Good job.
That's always nice.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have 2 ceiling things right there. Is that ceiling? The ceiling tiles look really weird when I place them like that. I have a feeling I'm going to overwrite this one with like different stuff. Maybe it'll look better like once it's generated. Hopefully, anyway. It's a good thing it eliminates the shadows. Oops, I messed this up. Let me copy this, paste it here. If it holds after 20 seconds, cancel it. Ready Player says, will there be a new Legend of Driftwood? I mean, at some point, but like, I'm making a MZ MMO looking multiplayer game. I probably won't call it MZ MMO when it's done. That's just its like Project MZ MMO. PayPal is working. Let's check that. Let me check that. Whoa. Get the PayPal app? No, I don't need it right now, thank you. Here we go. Let me screenshot this. Thank you for the $5, Corey Davis. He says, all right, so I gotta leave out stuff in my Game Jam game. Not gonna lie, I've been working on it for like a week, but I must say it's coming along now. Let's see if this works. Yep, it definitely works.
Nice.
So the PayPal is working.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you for the $5, Corey. Let's put that in the wall of heroes. Appreciate that. I guess screenshots aren't working now. What the fuck? Just take this again. Boom. Thank you for that. Appreciate that, Corey Davis. $5. Not a super chat. PayPal donation seemed to work just fine. Just let me know in chat if you sent a PayPal and then I'll get it read and stuff. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Tronogamming Gamer, thank you so much. I don't know why it blurred. Oh, I know why. I mean, they should refund if it doesn't do it, because that's just a bunch of horse shit. I know they're gonna get a lot of shit for this. People are gonna be mad AF. What's up, Squidzer Peaser? If I change my name a million times, they won't know it's me, Ikumen. Well, they will if you keep telling everybody. I saw you log on again on Discord. He's like, hi, I'm Ikumen. Does anybody remember me? I'm like, of course we remember you. How can you forget Ikumen? Also, New York just legalized cannabis. That's right.
Yeah.
It is legal. Recreational cannabis is legal in New York State and in like 6 or 7 other states now. It's only a matter of time before it's legal federally. And then I can show you guys how to do it. Predicted YouTube revenue loss? Lots. If they don't get their super chat system working, they're losing millions of dollars. Easy money. They make such easy money on super chats. It's just like every content creator that gets money thrown at them, they take 35%. Just because they can. Just because they can. And if their shit's messed up, bad for them. Really bad for them. Check the Discord. I messaged you, Drifty. Can't ignore the other $5 times 3 because the message is the same. All right. I don't know if you want this public. I'll read it and I'll move it. Okay, this is what he says. Let's see if this worked. Had to update YouTube app. Dumb. I need to do that for this to work it. If it works. Anyways, like I said, 8x. I'm here for Quest System Tutorial. No tutorial, guess your house will be covered in stone. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Super chat. Hopefully sent $45. Hacker Vino, says Waffles. Waffles, thank you so much for the $45. I don't know if I'm going to get it. You may be refunded. They may rob us. I don't think they will get away with that. Like, they're definitely down the line going to have to fix that. Whether it'll be pushed back or something, right? Something's got to give. But just the thought right there. If you throw 45 at us, appreciate that. I'm going to do that tutorial. We're going to look at it. I don't know how far we're going to get. We're going to try, okay? We're going to try to put it in right now. That's what she said. Let me read the chat and make sure that I don't miss other people. Big Mike, what's up? How you doing, Big Mike? Cool stream. It would be cooler if YouTube's shit wasn't broken, right? Ikumen donated $99.99.
Ikumen's back.
Sure you did, Ikumen. You got a job yet, bud?
He's only like 13.
I know.
He doesn't have a job yet. His job is education. Becoming educated. How to be a man.
It got legal in Cape Town, too. Says Ready Player. Stop, drop, get down the table. Shut him down, open the shop. Alright. I'm going to put this map on hold. You know, it's really close to being done. Can I just do this real quick? Super fast, super fast. Gotta do it super fast. Gotta go fast like Sonic so we can do a tutorial so my house doesn't get covered in stone by Waffles. 'Cause he'll do it too. You better believe it. And we went mining, so I know he's got the stone to do it. Boom. Oops. Boom. Boom. Alright, I think that's good. That's good. We're going to save that. I have to make the decorations for it, name it, and put the floor tile down. We'll have to pick a floor tile. We'll pick a temporary one. Maybe this one. I feel like we used this one already, but like for now it's fine. We'll pick a different one later. We'll save that. All right, so we're going to look at the quest system, the quest log system, right? Is that the one? Quest system tutorial. All right. So we're looking at the Vigistella for MZ quest system. Let me find it. Did I put it in here yet? Is that a tier 2? I hate wink emojis, help! Squidzer, why do you hate wink emoji? What's up, Nicola? See you there. Yeah, you should definitely tell YouTube, yo, I sent super chats, you charged me and they didn't super chat. What the F, YouTube? Because that's the, I guess, they're gonna get a lot of that. And you should definitely, that's such a fucking hassle, isn't it? Like, what do you gotta do, right? They can't even show a damn thumbnail, right?
Yeah, I know, they're just getting worse. You think they would get better over time, but they're getting worse in a lot of ways.
Terrible practices. I was pretty sure that I put this in here, the quest system. But that's fine. I'll just look for it on the main list. I wish there was a control F here. Oh, there is. Oh, I love it. Oh, there it is. Just type in quest. MZ2 quest system. Let's make this happen today. Let's make it happen. Bring it up to the level 2s. Make sure it's not in here already. Yeah, I definitely must have removed it. Okay. Look, it was hard to do the yep one to get it right. A quest journal is a very important tool provided by game developers for their players. It lists various quests, missions, and objectives that the player can pursue in order to progress further into the game. This can be helpful in reminding the player what needs to be done in the event the player can forget what things there are to do in a vast and large RPG world. In fact, the last game we played, the last First Impression, if it wasn't for the use of a quest log, quest system, we would have been lost and having like no idea. It would have been a terrible experience without this plugin. So it's probably a good idea to go over this and get it set up for people and put it in this game so the players know what to do here as well.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. This plugin places a quest journal system into your RPG Maker MZ game. You can set up how the quest journal appears, move its windows around, and or reshape them to fit your game. I was looking on the video and I think I saw they had like 200 presets or something ridiculous, so... You can adjust the quest's title, display a difficulty level, remind the player who the quest is from, where the quest is from, various dynamic descriptions explaining the quest, a list of objectives to make, a list of rewards that will be given to the player once the quest is complete, and any subtext, footnotes, and quotes you may wish to insert into each quest. So full control of what is being displayed. Note, keep in mind that while this plugin does enable a quest journal system into your game, this plugin will not automate it. If you have a quest enabled, it is still up to you to add the quest properly into the journal. Probably using plugin commands. I imagine you're going to use a plugin command like when that's supposed to happen. Set its many objectives when the others' objectives appear. what the rewards are and then giving out the rewards yourself manually. So it's saying like you can make it show that you'll get 10 gold for completing the delivery quest, but you still have to go into the events, edit, and add the 10 gold manually once they've done that in the event. So I mean that's how it worked in MV as well. The purpose of this plugin is to simply serve as a visual record of your player to see what quests have been handed down to him or her. Right. Right. You want it for rigs so players don't get lost. I think it's an important thing to have. We definitely need to put it in. So she said. Yeah, you need plugin commands. I asked you for this, but figured out today before joining Valheim. What's up, 6 Gram? How you doing? Drifty needs to drink water after reading that. Here we go. Oh, that's nothing. There's a lot of reading when it comes to learning a new plugin. Features include all but not limited to the following: unlimited quest categories, unlimited quest slots, full control over what appears in the quest journal system and how it appears in game, update quest descriptions, objectives, rewards, subtext, etc. mid-game through the use of plugin commands. Right, okay. A dedicated quest menu that's accessible from the main menu or plugin command call. I think that's probably controlled in here as well in the plugin parameters. Like if you want it to be displayed from the beginning, window settings maybe? No, this is what it looks like, background settings. This is the backgrounds that you can select manual. Here it is, main menu settings. So if you have show in main menu true, it will show up the text quest log. And then if you have this true, it won't be grayed out. It'll be selectable. You still miss when Drifty had a face cam? No. I mean, thank you, I guess.
Fun story. When I first met Drifty, he didn't use a face cam, but because we were talking, he put his face up on the video so I could see him every day.
Well, I had used it in the past,
yeah.
But I didn't typically use face cam.
Yeah. So that face cam was, I was like, I want to see your face. And he's like, okay.
Drifty, so you're a pirate now? So you in a ship at your house?
Yo-ho and a bottle of rum.
No, I don't have an eye patch. But my left eye is kind of like squinted more than my right. So I have a different distinct look than before. And I wear glasses mostly to block out some light. It's all good though. A quest tracker that appears in the map scene to keep the player updated on how far they are progressing in their current quest. Interesting. Options for the player to show hide the quest tracker and reposition its location on the screen. So obviously you're going to need the core engine. It's got to be placed in the tier 2s before the 3s appear. Sure. Here's an explanation of the categories in quest. Categories. Quest categories separate the quest types in your game. These can be used to help players differentiate which are story-driven quests and which are optional quests, reoccurring quests, etc. They have limited settings but serve as a container for quests that fall under its category. Right, so you have like your optional side quests and then you have the main story quest, and you can just put them in those categories. Plugin parameters, categories, category names. So plugin parameters, quest categories, category names. You have main quest, side quest, and challenge quests. If we double click, we have more options. Main quest, you can choose what it looks like. The /C is a text code for a color, so it changes the color. And then here's some strings. Inside there, you have the header, quest ID key, welcome quest, easy, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for using. What we would really want to do is delete this. I would imagine we just delete this. Because let's get it in running, and then we'll look at what it looks like with the temporary settings, and then we'll turn it off. You feel like you're asking for a lot and I'm not prepared. Sorry for bothering me. Nah, it's good, man. You won't stone my house. Thank you for not stoning my house. Here's... No, it's fine. Like, I'm going to be doing this anyway, and we might as well learn it together. It's a lot, but it's like, you know, it's such a good thing to know how to do, and we need some direction anyway. I'm sure you're not the only one who wants, like, a little more deeper look at the quest system, right? It's all good. I'll put it in my game, too, since I'm learning it to show it to somebody. So let's see if just turning it on and starting the game, what it looks like in game. And let's go to like a test map. We'll go to the debug room. We'll go to the beautiful parallax map we made, and we'll put our player starting position right there, and we'll start the game. That way we skip the login process, because I don't even have the server running right now, which I could do. Let me start the server. I'll get the SQL database running. Luckily, all this is fast once you install it and set up your SQL database. It's a lot harder running it remotely from a website or something, but running it locally is pretty easy once you install it. Installing it is a process. But yeah, see, now we have a MySQL database server running that's going to listen to a specific port and everything. And I will launch the Socket.io server that communicates with the MySQL server. And we're going to run that inside of just a simple PowerShell. I actually want to run this as administrator. So let me do run ISE as administrator. CD is change directory. So I'm saying change directory. MySQL is the name of the folder, so I'm changing the directory to that folder. If you're not sure, you can type dir. It shows you everything in that directory. So then I'll say change directory to MZMMO server folder. This is like browsing through your folders. Doing stuff like this is the same as like going in here and going like go here, double click here. Like it's just doing that same thing, except it's in text format. So now that we're in here, we can type directory and show everything that's in here, shows all the files. We want to run this JS using the Node runtime package. So I'm going to type Node, which is going to say, using our installed NodeJS runtime package, execute something. And I'm going to say run the JavaScript file I created called this. And that's what we'll do. And then it's going to no longer be like a file explorer, but now it's actually running the server. It's running the code that we told it to, and this code is connecting to the server, and it established the connection. It's receiving data, so it pinged it, it ponged it back, and these are just different data. This is all object data that we got from the server, and I just wanted to know how many I've got in the database. So sometimes I flush the database and delete everything. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 character data saved right there, which is very small, and it doesn't really matter if we even had 100 of them or 1,000 of them. It wouldn't really make a difference. And then we have our unique Socket.io connection ID, and this is a using a room essentially. And that's just to show these are all console logs so that I know what's happening. But now the Socket.io server is connected, and so it's listening for the client's feedback, and when the client sends stuff to the Socket.io server here, it speaks to the SQL database, and the database is like, okay, I got that data, I've saved that data. And sometimes it's like requesting what data, okay, I'll find up the data, and it sends it to the server, and then the server sends it back to the client. And that's how it all works as like a multiplayer thing. Technically, on any computer in my house, I can connect to, like I can install, like I can just run this program since it's on my network locally. I can log in and check my data. I can create a character on this computer and go on T's computer and load the data that I saved. So it's kind of cool. It's already multiplayer if I were to host it. But we're not going to deal with any networking type stuff right now. Today we're going to look at the quest system. So already once we start, we see that it is working. Welcome quest. Take a look at the quest menu. Change tracked quest to something else. We press escape. We see that this has populated the main menu. We have quests. And here's what we have available. Available, completed, and failed. And inside here we have our main quest. That's a category. Side quests, that's a category. And then challenge quests, these are also categories. So what we want to do is delete all of the default stuff. Okay, once we've seen that this is in here and what it kind of looks like, yada yada yada, we're gonna just delete that and write our own in here because we don't want to see all the defaults, right? We want it to be blank. So let's make it blank. Now we know it's working, so we can close it. Let's go into the plugin parameters and make it blank. Jacob, what's up? Would you look at that? Would you take a look at that? I don't know what we're talking about. Did I miss something? Hold on. It would be interesting to see how quests will work in your MMO. It'll be a simple story. And it'll be like repeatable stuff. It'll be repeatable quests. Daniel Fernando, I do. It's called the Community MZ Lighting. Do you know any good light system plugins for MZ, like CAS lighting that's only available in MV? So what you want to get is Community Lighting MZ. This one right here. This one is like Terax lighting for MV, but better. So it's got, like, I think all or most of the features that are in Terax lighting, which was my favorite for MV. I mean, I didn't try them all extensively, but I used Terax a lot. So you can see that the author of the community lighting is actually Terax as well. So you've got a more of like a group work of art here. So this is basically Terax plus, but for MZ. What song am I playing? These are all the default RPG Maker MZ soundtracks on a playlist. I can't remember which one it was when you asked that question. Right now you are listening to Field 2? Nope, Battle 8. You're listening to Battle 8. But these are just the default MZ ones. Command line tutorial. I love it. Some people don't know that stuff, Chris. I know a lot of people are like, damn, I learned that when I was 13. Like, of course, me too. But, like, some people don't know that shit. They're like, what are you typing? I don't know what you're typing. And once you explain it to them, it's like, oh, that's actually pretty easy. At one time, that's all you could do to navigate folders. Back when folders were called directories, it's true. DOS. You remember DOS, Legna? Do you remember MS-DOS? Jeez, before I had Windows 3.1. Actually, my first operating system that on a computer that I owned was Windows 95, which luckily they switched up quite a bit. 95 was a great operating system for its time. 3.1 was something different. I used it in school, but we also used MS-DOS. I remember I took a keyboarding class, and I was very disappointed that I had no computer screen. I'm like, what? I gotta use this typewriter? I don't want to use a freaking typewriter. And then when we got computers, you know what the one program we had? Mavis Beacon. Are you kidding me? Mavis Beacon. Is that still a thing? Do people still use Mavis Beacon? I will say, though, it taught me how to type right. We had to put a box over our hands and not look at the keyboard. I hated it at first, but man, it helped me. Now I don't even have to look at the keyboard. DOS was my first OS. A lot of people have fond memories of DOS. I remember some games would only run in DOS, so you have to like if you have a Windows nowadays, you have to run a DOS box. It's like an emulator for Microsoft DOS. I miss hearing dial-up. No, the trauma. I hate dial-up noises. That's what it sounded like. I'm not even joking. Like, that's pretty close. That's dial-up, for those of you who don't know. Basic. Oh, my first programming language. I loved coding in Basic. It was so fun. Yeah, text adventures, man. I remember that. Go north, go south, go east, go west. We basically made a basic adventure using JavaScript in Cyberbaron. We wrote a bot. Drag wrote most of it for that system. I mean, T and I wrote the majority of the bot, but Drag helped us immensely. And he also wrote the entire exploration system, which is like a text-based explorer, text-based adventure. So join us on Discord, links in the description below. And we have a bot, Cyberbaron. He's there to be your ruler and to do stuff. You just go to bot spam and type in !help to get started on that. Cool little bot. If then else. Gosh, we're going down memory lane. We're getting very distracted here talking about DOS and dial-up. Back on point. That was the community lighting. It's really good plugin. Okay, we were doing a tutorial on the quest system, so let's get back to that. The quest system. We want to remove all the defaults, right? So let's go to general settings, known quests, welcome example, plugin tutorial, title, difficulty, forum, blah 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 blah. Here's the thing. If I really wanted to get all these back, I could create a new project, put this plugin in, and the parameters will be back to where it was. I don't want any of that. So I'm going to delete all of the known quests. Everything is going to be deleted. Bye. So if I did that, there's going to be no known quests. But we want to start one. So let's create a new quest from scratch. Welcome to MZMMO. I mean, we're going to name the game at some point and it won't be called anything MMO. It'll just be an RPG with lots of multiplayer elements. And as far as I can take it, the better. I'm waiting for Phoenix Kagedisu to really push another good update and let me download the AlphaNet MZ because I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to make this project so much better. I spent a month trying to make what he was working on and I didn't get very far at all. I mean, we got 2 players to draw, but they were fighting over the same sprite. It was just a big mess. It was fun and it was a learning experience. But anyway. So we're going to know welcome to MZMMO quest. Tracked quest. Which quest is tracked at the start of the game? Welcome to MZMMO. Right? Is that going to work? I think that's how it works. Scene quest, vocab, command window, available, completed, failed. I mean, we don't really need to change too much as far as that, but we can change up the flavor. Known, we'll say open. We'll just say open quests. Completed, we'll change it to finished. Right, we're just going to try to change up some stuff. Open quest, finish quest, failed quest. I'm going to leave that one as failed. What do we want it to look like? An icon, and we'll say quests. We don't need to say journal, we'll just say quests. Go through and adjust your parameters to make it look and feel like you want. Waffles? What do you mean? What I did was just copy and paste everything and just change everything in the copied version. Drifty, I told you like months ago he made an update. I even posted it. What do you mean? Phoenix Hagedisu? I've been watching every new video. He's working on it. He has it. He's doing it. But it's not compatible with Visual Stella's side view battles yet. So that's what I'm waiting for. Like, I'm not months behind, Waffles. I'm just waiting for something that's going to work for what I need. It's close. It's very close. But Phoenix Kagedisu is still working on compatibility. He's made updates. He's making updates. Like, it looks good. It's just not quite ready yet. It's going to be added when I can make, because I don't want to come into the... You guys don't understand. Maybe some of you do. But if you put it in too soon, you're going to struggle to make it compatible, and you're going to rip out all kinds of stuff trying to make it work. When if you were patient, you can wait for it to be compatible with some of these things, and you don't have to rip out as many functions and plugins and features that you already have working. Besides, there's plenty of stuff to do on my project. I'm not in a hurry to pump out some garbage game. That's what she said, Super Smash. That's what she said. Open categories. Category name, quest amount, sure. Closed categories, category name, quest amount. We'll leave this the same. No quest listed. No quest listed. We'll just say the text when no quest is listed, we'll just say none. I never understand. What is this stream? This is live tutorials. What do you mean, what is this stream? I'm doing a tutorial. I'm going through the parameters of the quest system. Waffles paid me 45 bucks. Well, Waffles paid YouTube 45 bucks. I may get that. He may get refunded for that. I don't know. But regardless, I'm sure more people want this tutorial. We're just going through, and everybody's going to have to do this their own way, right? Like, they can look at what I'm doing, but they are also going to have to go into their own plugin parameters and change it to say what they want. What is YouTube? What is life? Sir Legna's being very, what's the right word for it? Pondering? That's not the right word. Existential. You're being very existential right now, Sir Legna. Empty message. The quest that must be completed in order to progress further into the story. Main quest. Okay. Optional quest that can be completed at your discretion. Upon completing a side quest, you can receive useful rewards that may assist you in your journey. I'm going to leave those the same because, like, there's no reason to change it. Philosophical? Yeah. Philosophical. Why is YouTube? Yeah, the why is philosophical, right? Why is YouTube? Right over 25,000 characters over and over again. You tell me what other way to be. We're going to do Sir Legna's plugin to first impression tomorrow. Not tutorial, because I'm going to be learning it. It's going to be a first impression on some of Sir Legna's plugins. I'm not sure which one. He's going to have to direct me because it's only an hour. You got to be specific with what you want out of that hour, Sir Legna. But we will go over your tutorial specifically tomorrow. First impression story, not story-wise, but like direction-wise. I don't know. I'm going through plugin parameters. I'm going to try to get through this. Power through. Log window, that's just text. Empty message, main quest. We looked at that. Okay, on load. Insert JavaScript code here. So this is just going to run an eval. Runs an eval. Runs code upon making the empty message. Useful for setting up variables. Okay. I don't think we need to do that, but this is good to note that when you're loading the log, you can run code. That's cool. Squid would like me to do a live stream learning Unity. The best at, I want to see you struggling. Oh yeah, I'll definitely struggle in Unity. You better believe it. I've looked at Unity. I've messed with Unity. I've done a few things in Unity. I actually like C#. It's not terrible. It's just another programming language. But like any language, I have to look everything up. I'm like, okay, I know there's a function to do la da 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 da. Let's Google. That's how you program nowadays. You just Google. How do I do this in C#? And then you're like C# function methods. You just type in like method property blah 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 to draw a circle, and then like it'll come up with somebody else's brilliant code and algorithm and math, and you're like, oh, that's great. Copy paste, change a few things. Okay, there we go. We got that. Now we can draw circles. You know what I mean? That's essentially coding. Nobody memorizes everything they need to make their entire game. It's a group of people copying other people's code and changing shit to avoid copyright. That's how it works. That's the real world. Word. Here's quest log. Title. Difficulty from location. Hold on. Is there some formatting that I'm missing in here? Reward subtext quote. So I'm trying to figure out if this symbol is going to replace with the title. Maybe. So this is going to show color 4, and then you don't even need the zeros. You can do /C. It'll default to 0. Basilin says it's important to have fun. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I like to do designing, but I can't do that. I need to script. That's the bad thing. What do you mean, Squid? You can't do that? You can't design? You mean you don't like to design and you haven't done a lot of designing? The whole I can't is bullshit. It's a matter of how much time have you put in, how much effort have you given that one specific thing, even though you don't like doing it. Thank you, honey. Because you totally can do it. I would say most people can do it. Not everybody, I get it. Not everybody can. So maybe you're in that category. But usually the people who can't do it are not even capable of like making accounts and stuff. Like if you have a YouTube account, you probably can do it, right? The people that can't do it are like they're blind or like they can't read good. You know what I mean? Like you probably can, you just haven't. You're just like, oh, that's too much work. You've decided that it's not worth your time investment. That's what you really mean. I've decided that I don't want to do it. This is more accurate. It takes me so much time in making a thumbnail, but I like it. What do you mean a thumbnail? Thumbnail's easy, man. Thumbnail's easy. Look, here's what you do. Well, you find your context, right? What video are you doing? File, new, thumbnail. You're gonna want 1920 by 1080 or 1280 by 720. You're gonna do a new layer, and you're gonna have some, get rid of your background, make it transparent, and you can either place a picture in here in the background and stretch it out. Just like pick any picture. Say like what I do a lot of is RPG Maker stuff. So I would probably do like an RPG Maker image, right? I'll take an image, something from a parallax or a battle background. Let's take this one right here. We'll stretch this out, and you don't even have to try too hard. Boom. Let's make another layer, and you place another image. You place something else down. Obviously, we have to fix the layering. We'll just change this layer. Right? There you go. And now you can put your logo on it. You place your logo. If you have all your resources in one spot, it's a lot easier. You place your logo somewhere. If you have other logo art, you can put other logo art. And then you get like some text, right? You put down some text. Thing we're doing. You make it 3D. Just click 3D. Boom. You don't really need to do that. Just messing around. Boom. There you go. You got it. Thumbnail. Yeah, you can do text. What do you mean no text? Not text! Oh my god, there's text on it! Oh my god! It doesn't matter. Listen, if they can read it, it's still worth it. Like, okay, you don't like that? Let's do another. Here's another thing you can do. It's too much? That was still too hard for you? Alright, you file new, blah, 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 blah. You go to like Paint Bucket or something. Let's do like a gradient. Let's do a gradient. There you go. You got a gradient, right? We're gonna do a filter or something. Oops. I don't know why that popped up. So she said. We're gonna put a filter on a gradient. Let's go to the gallery and just smash some stuff together. Whatever software you're using, they probably have some kind of filtering, right? Even a black, you probably want to pick a good color scheme. Let's do like blue and like this orange or something. All right, we've got that, and then we'll do like a blending option. Or no, we want to draw something. We could do whatever we want, really. Obviously, I don't like this one as much, but like you can totally do that without showing pictures if you want to do all custom stuff. That's all you need. There's like a background. You've got like, boom. And then you could put whatever you're showing on it, right? Put your logo, do whatever you want. Thumbnails are easy, but of course, if you're starting something for the first time, it's a lot harder to do. All right, moving on. I'm gonna power through all these parameters, dang it. Nice little gradient, goes a long way. I think these are all good. Track. I mean, icons. A good thing about when you're drawing, when you're in the plugin parameters for MZ, a little trick, you can right click and go to Insert Icon Index. So you can change it and it'll just bring up this little select an icon. In the bottom left, you see the number there. So 193 would be this one. So it's going to be showing this one for like when you know a quest, it's going to show that one. We can change it if we want to. Well, let's change it to something else. Maybe we can find a Kaz icon to fix it. As if it's broken. Here we go. Known quests. We're going to use one of Kaz's because I like them. It's going to keep the 193 in there. You have to remove that. So boom. We're going to change that. When you've completed a quest, let's do the icon index and scroll down to Kaz's. Once you've completed it, it's going to look like something else, like a closed book or something. It's going to look like ice cream. No, it's just kidding. Nice little trick. You right click and show the icon index and bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Completed quest. We'll show a sealed envelope. We've sealed it. We've completed it. I like that. We'll get rid of the 192. And then for failed, insert icon index. For failed, it's going to be something different. It's going to be a red book. Or no, it's going to be a torn paper. I like that. It's a ripped paper. We're like, forget this one. We ripped it up. Get rid of the 194. So we changed those icons. We changed some text. We changed some icons. We changed some things. We got rid of the default ones. We kept the 3 categories. I think main side challenge. We'll change challenge quest to Notorious monsters. I like that. So it's like, this is like for special bosses. And what does it say here? Challenge plug. We leave the quest ID the same. Title, variables. The quest of the title. This is what appears in game. You may use text code. Okay. Notorious monsters. Difficulty hard. From. We'll change the from to like the person who gives you the quest. Drifty. Drifty's giving you the quest to fight these monsters. Location. Dungeons. Dungeons. Description. We're going to change the entire thing. We don't want that because we're getting rid of the defaults. Notorious monsters are creatures that are much harder than normally. You know what? I bet since we're using text codes, we can do /word wrap inside here as well. Notorious monsters are creatures that are much harder than normal creatures, even if they look the same. They will have more hit points and hit much harder, but have a chance to drop some of the best items in the game. Int he game. There you go. Simple. We made our own little description for that type of quest. Objectives loose. First database item. Obtain. No, we're going to change this out. We're going to say slay the notorious monster in him that you find in the dungeon. We'll say monsters. We'll also word wrap it. I think most of this is just filling in your plugin parameters correctly. Go through each one of them. Visible objectives, the objectives that are visible from the start. 1. I don't know what that means. A lot of it is going to be, you have to just trial and error. The reward list for this quest you made. So what does it say when you knowledge for a blank unload plugin parameters? Okay, so we can show items and what you get. Okay, so we can do, let's take all this out. We're going to show item number. I don't know which one. We'll say 1 for now. You get that item name. Hold on. /item 1 will show the icon and the name is given for each time you complete this quest. We'll keep it simple for now. I'm going to change this at some point. It's going to show item 1, but it's really going to rewards that are visible from the start. 1. I'm going to leave that to 1. Footer. Disclaimer. Keep in mind Vigistel is not responsible for your proficiency or otherwise of JavaScript. So if you do some stupid code and you break stuff, they're not responsible. That's what they're saying. If you get errors with custom code, it's up to you to fix it. Don't come telling us why the plugin doesn't work because you put in some weird code in the JavaScript evals. Basically, they're covering their butt here saying, look, if you write some bad code and the plugin doesn't work for you, check your parameter in the code that you wrote because we're not responsible to fix it if you wrote some shit that broke it. So we're going to delete all this, right? This is just a disclaimer. This is like subtext at the bottom. I'll just say this is a repeatable quest. And I'll probably have to do something special to make this repeatable. Quotes, JavaScript unload, blah, 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 blah. Unload, it'll probably be like, if it's true, make it false so that you can do it again. And then here we go. We have another one inside of our quests lists. This is the challenge plugin. We're going to delete this one. We wrote in a challenge for ourselves. We wrote the Notorious Monster one. Boom. So we wrote one quest in. It takes a long time, right? In the side quests, you have this quest. Here's all of your quests for blah, 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 right? We don't need all of this. This is all the defaults. Title, difficulty, blah, 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 blah. There's none. We're going to have none in there. We're removing everything so that it doesn't show all of the dumb quests that come with it, right? If we really need them back, we can create a new project, put this plugin in, and copy them in, paste it back in. We got it running. We looked at all the defaults. We want to clean it up, so we have like a blank slate, and there's less to deal with. Because sometimes you see too much, and it's like analysis overload. Hold on, I gotta read chat. Yeah, just use a gradient, Ayush, if you don't want to use pictures and stuff. Drifty's focus skill is 0. Pretty close. It's like 0.2 or something. The parameters are tough. I had to stop and come back to it several times to get my head around it. Yeah. Just keep working on it. Add an exploration category. No, we're not going to add a bunch of stuff right now, Chris. We're going to use the basic and make it as small as possible. Get rid of the defaults and add like one quest in each category or something like that. Right now we added one quest. We're going to see if it works in game, if I did something wrong or not. The plugin doesn't work. All I did is put return at the very top. What plugin? What are you talking about? Anyway, quest tracker format. We're going to leave that the same. Leave all that the same. Main menu, we're going to keep it on. Background, we're not going to apply any background. Should we put a background? Background 1. Let's see. Background 1 for the quest. Why not, right? Let's do a quest. We'll do gate. No, wait. No, we won't. We'll do sword. This will be the background. And then for background 2, we'll do like medieval. Beautiful. And then window setting, you can change the way it's drawn, or we can leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. I'm going to look at this in game real quick, and then while we're looking at it, I'm going to go to the bathroom. It's going to be connect. Now it just says quest. There we go. Say cool stuff, T.
Cool stuff, T.
Talk about the Valheim server.
Okay. We are gonna go get silver. So we have to go on a mountain and not freeze to death and fight dragons. So that's kind of cool. And I currently lost my house because I built a house and a portal on a continent that's pretty big, and I didn't mark the map, so even though I've been here a million times, I can't figure out where it is now. So like now I'll point that comment out to Drifty when he comes back. I don't know what it's about, but I'll make sure he reads it. Yeah, the game jam's almost over, isn't it? It's what, like 3 days left? It's gonna be over in no time.
Lord Fartas has returned.
Alvaro's lost too.
What?
I didn't mark my house on this continent, and it's really big, and I don't know where it is now. The portal we came through.
The bottom one?
Yeah.
I know where it's at. Want me to ping it for you?
I think I know where it is.
Hold on. T. Come on, T.
I lost my own house.
Look. I marked it for you.
No, that's not it.
That's not you.
That's not where the portal is.
That's purple. Where I ping.
This is purple?
That's purple.
Okay. All right.
That's purple.
All right.
It's right there.
Okay, cool. Thank you. You
You're
saved
welcome.
the day.
You're welcome. I take a lot of notes. If you look at my map, it's just like spam. But it's great because it helps when you need stuff like this. Lord Fartass. That's my name. It's the name of my character. Anyway, back to this quest system. PayPal logged me out. They
Wow.
just do that. They're just like, you've been inactive for too long. Log out.
Hey, at least I'm leveling up my running. Sir Legna said he wasn't being sarcastic, that you could break all your plugins doing whatever it is that you guys were talking about.
What?
I don't know, it was a comment he said after you left. I told him I'd make sure you read it.
Oh.
I have no idea what the context is, to be honest.
KB says I'm enjoying G develop. What is that?
Yeah, what's that?
What is G develop? Please elaborate. What do you? I don't know what you're talking about, Sir Legna. He goes. Here's where it starts. Why does that just not do it by default? Then he says not drifty. Then he says the plugin doesn't work. All I did was put return at the very top. Any and all plugins would break if you put that at the top.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're telling it to just end. You're telling it to terminate.
Yeah.
What question are you on? Time to go ham. Like, I think he's just saying if you put return at the top, it's going to stop working because it's returning.
Right.
But look, we've got our quest log. We've removed all of the default stuff, right? So you don't have the junk. But what we don't have is the Notorious Monsters quest. So what we need to do is figure out a plugin command next. We've changed the background. Look, if you notice, there's like a castle with the sword and a stone. That's pretty epic. Then we've got the medieval like background drawing thing. I like that. I think it's an improvement. We've changed the icons, open, finished, and failed. We've changed the icons there. We changed the name of it, the name of them. They were like available, blah, 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 right? This was quest journal. Now it says quests. And then this still shows you the default text because it's very like informative and good. And I like that. But we have no quest available to us. So we have to put in a plugin command to make those quests happen. So let's go into here and do like an auto run. We'll make an auto run happen and we'll do a plugin command for the tier 2 quest journal quest system. And what we'll do is say, wow, let's look at all these. You can add complete fail.
is another no-code engine like RPG Maker, but more flexible, and it's free. You guys should try it.
Okay, that's good to know. We'll check that out later. Description change, objectives change, quote change, reward. Oh, so you do a description change if like you got new information from an NPC and like now your quest log will update that the quest that you're on has got more information. Like find the missing chick or find the missing dude. And then like it just says the guy thinks he's in the cave. And then like if you talk to somebody, he's like, he always was hunting after goblins. So then you can do a description change and say, you have a suspicion that he's in a goblin cave, right? Something like that. Objective change, if the storyline changes and you send the player to go do a quest because you don't want to reveal the story too soon. You don't want to have defeat Magus in it. It's just like investigate the temple, and then like halfway through you're like, you reveals that the Lord is Magus and he's doing something, and then let's go, okay, defeat Magus or whatever, get him to join your team. Quote change, reward change. If like you do, you can show text and then like show choice to the player, and if they choose the right or the wrong choice, you can change the rewards based on the player's decisions and then make their decisions matter. I like that. That's pretty cool. Subtext, same thing. You can just change what is displayed. the tracker. If like the quest is a ongoing quest, you can change the tracker so when you get to a certain point, it says, okay, now the princess is in another castle type of thing, and then the tracker can go to another castle. Refresh the window, probably good in certain instances just to refresh the window. Tracker show hide window. System call scene quest. System enable quest in menu. Show quest in menu. So what we're going to do here is add a quest, and then the quest key. Insert the quest keys here. Each quest must be unique. Status known. Change it to known, completed, failed, remove from all. I think the key was welcome to MZMMO. Right? Wasn't it that? Let's see if that works. We're going to say add a plugin command from the quest system that changes the status to known of this quest key, welcome to MZMMO. So if our plugin parameters has a quest with a key called welcome to MZMMO, then it will make that known. I believe that's how it works. Let's try to make that happen. I'm going to do a simple page switch. So we'll self switch A, new page, require self switch A, action button. So the auto run says this will be give nm quest. I think, I have no idea. No, that didn't work. Okay, so what's the deal here? In the parameters, let's go back. Known quests, welcome to MZMMO. We have to add the quest, welcome to MZMMO, somewhere. But where? Where do we add it? Quest categories. Here we go. Main quests. Quests. Here's a new one. Key. Welcome to MZMMO. There we go. Now we've assigned that key and it will add it. But we have to make that quest. Okay. What is the quest welcome to MZMMO? It's to enter a dungeon. The title. Enter the dungeon. Or a dungeon. Enter a dungeon. Difficulty. Easy. From Drifty. You're just going to start with it. Location name. Insert location name where this quest was issued. Start. Issued at start. We'll just say that. It's really just like, you can just put whatever you want. Description. This is the default quest description. Okay. Welcome. Oh, come on. I gotta get my... Welcome to... Oh, my fucking... Welcome to MZMMO. I'll change the title later. This is mostly a dungeon crawler with... I'm going to word wrap because it does take those as well. Text commands. Welcome to MZMMO. This is mostly a dungeon crawler with multiplayer elements. I hope you have fun. In order... well, let's just say... In order to complete this quest, you simply enter a dungeon. I hope you have fun. You can insert multiple description entries. We don't need multiple. In fact, we can just delete 2. Bang, bang. Simple. Moving down, quest list. First objective to be cleared. Enter a dungeon. A randomly generated dungeon. Boom, boom. Visible objectives. The objectives that are visible from the start, 1. I'm not sure where the number correlates to. What's up, Pixel? How you doing? I'm not sure what the visible objectives number refers to. Does anybody know? Rewards list. Here we go. Item, number, whatever. Let's figure out what rewards we're gonna give. We'll come back to, wow, we're like stages deep. Let's figure out what rewards we're gonna give for entering the dungeon. I think it would make sense to give some kind of restorative items. So let's do item 110 and give a potion. Item 110 is a potion, so that's good to know. Quest system, quest categories, main quests, quests. Welcome to MZMMO. Rewards tier. So item 110, a potion times 5. We'll do that. But I think if we do item 110 like that times 5, it'll show, it should show the icon and the name, right? So you don't need to. To make other rewards appear, enable them through the visible rewards plugin parameter or by using a plugin command to make them appear. Let's just do that. I think /I110 should show the icon and the potion name text. So let's hope that works right. Visible rewards 1. Once again, I don't know what the number correlates to. I don't understand. Maybe there's a list of rewards in one of the parameters and quite weird. Footer, subtext. This is subtext. You don't need any. We don't need any subtext. Quotes. Insert the quotes of the NPC. Don't need any here. On load, do we want something to happen on load? Not right now. Okay. That's good to know. And then for the Notorious monsters, we made one, right? We already made this one. So here's the quest ID that we changed, and we'll call it Notorious Monsters. Boom. And we already made this quest too. So we have 2 quests that we can assign at the beginning of the game. The main story, put them in the dungeon, and the Notorious Monster quest to fight the Notorious Monster. So we'll say, okay. Let's add welcome to MZMMO. In fact, let's copy paste this and change this to Notorious Monsters. So we're saying add 2 quests to the quest log and then turn the page. So let's see if that works. Now our quest list should populate with 2 quests if we've done this properly. Enter a dungeon. Enter a randomly generated dungeon. If we go to quests, we can see that we have 2 open quests. We have a main quest and a Notorious Monster quest. Enter a dungeon. Easy. It was issued. Hold on. Oh, okay. To scroll, you do Q and W. Enter a dungeon. Issued from Drifty. Location at start. Welcome to MZMMO. This is mostly a dungeon crawler with multiplayer elements. In order to calm. Is it not word wrapping? It doesn't appear to word wrap in here. And it's showing weapons instead of items. So there's some bugs. We'll fix that. In order to complete this quest, you simply enter a dungeon. I hope you have fun. Objectives: enter a randomly generated dungeon. Rewards fight. So that's not... There's still some bugs there. Let's look at Notorious monsters. Difficulty hard from Drifty. Location dungeons. It also cut off some text here. Notorious monsters is what it's supposed to say. Are creatures that are much harder than normal creatures, even if they look the... I don't think word wrap works inside this menu. So that's interesting and good to know. They will have more hit points and hit much harder, and also have a chance to drop some of the best items in the game. The Notorious monsters... Yeah, there's some word wrap issues. Death is given for each time you complete the quest. That's hilarious. This is a repeatable quest. /I is icon. That's why. I can do item instead. Okay, let me fix these plugin parameters. It's going to be a lot of this. So using this plugin is going to be a lot of this. Going back into the parameters. Known quests. Quest categories. Main quests. The quest in the main quest. And then we select it. So let's get rid of the word wrap because it does not work. So we're going to get rid of the word wrap and manually curate this. In fact, I would say it cuts off with my font size about right here. So we're going to have to change this so that it works properly with your font size. Some trial and error is definitely going to be required for this to make it look the way you want. It is interesting how they set this quest system, I agree. So once again, this is not working because I is icon. But if I type item, then it'll work. The visible rewards one, I still don't know what that means, but we'll leave that alone for now. Let's go to Notorious Monsters Quest and update them the same. Quests. Get rid of word wrap. So it's just going to say Notorious Monsters are creatures that are much harder than normal creatures, even if they look the same. They will have more hit points and hit much harder, but have a chance to drop some of the best items in the game. So we're cutting it off like right here in this section because it doesn't word wrap, and it does, because I have a slightly larger font size, it doesn't utilize the full box. You'll have to accommodate for that and test the way it looks in your own game. Once again, word wrap doesn't work here, unfortunately, so let's get rid of that. Slay the Notorious monsters, NMs, that you find in the dungeon. And here the problem is we're saying draw icon 1, not item 1. Item 110 is times 5 is given for each time you complete this quest. We would still have to manually give them 5 potions in the event for that to work. This is a repeatable quest. And also we have to find a way to make it repeatable, because it'll just say completed. Tronogamming Gamer says, Drift, you are going to love my first boss fight. Maybe, we'll see. We gonna see. Enter a dungeon. Enter a randomly generated dungeon. Let's look at how it appears. Open. Enter a dungeon. Welcome to MZO. Blah 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 blah. It looks good so far. Enter a randomly generated dungeon. Rewards 5 potions. Cool. Notorious monsters. That was kind of a weird thing. If we select enter a dungeon, it shows that. Okay, now it's working. Now it's working. It was just a weird little glitch there. Notorious monsters, hard, drifty, from the dungeons. Description: Notorious monster creatures, blah blah blah. It looks good now. Potion times 5 is given for each time you complete this quest. I think a space would go in there. This is a repeatable quest. We still have to change the icons for here, enter a dungeon, and the icon for a notorious monster to be what we want. Even though they work perfectly fine and they don't need to be changed, you can, just so that they look slightly different in your game. But I mean, basically that's it. In order to add them as a quest and make them complete and give the items, you have to do all that manually in the events. So when you beat them, you have to say completed or whatnot. So this one's easy because since it's repeatable, all you have to do is give 5 potions and let the player know they got 5 potions and leave it alone. You don't ever complete it. So that one's easy. So every notorious monster will also just give 5 extra potions, and you let them know that they completed notorious monsters and got 5 potions for it. So let's make that happen. How would I make that happen? Well, you go to wherever you fight your notorious monsters and you make it give them 5 potions. So I do that inside of the dungeons. Let's say this is the notorious monster. I'm going to change items. Select this, increase by a constant of 5, and show text. You've obtained 5 potions. Well, no, we'll just say item 110 times 5 for completing. We'll do a color. I'm sure we'll pick a color that's specifically for notorious monsters. I don't know what color to pick. I'll say 5 for now. Notorious monsters quest. And I'm going to word wrap the whole thing. Simple as that. And I'll take this, copy that section, and go to every dungeon where I fight that monster and plop that in there. That's how you do a repeatable. You just basically, you don't let them complete it, but you still give them the reward. Easy. That's very easy to do. Nice. Now for the other quest, we actually want to complete it. This is not a repeatable one. We want them to complete it upon entering the dungeon. Phoenix Kagadisu messaged me. Hi, you were interested in the Alpha NetZ network plugin. Beta version is available for download. Oh, give me. Give me. Thank you so much, Phoenix Kagadisu. Version 0.3. This is an early version. It's in beta. Just know it's still it's just working on it. The build release is more as a closed beta test. Okay, so this is we're looking for bugs in this one. We're trying to find bugs. We're not expecting a perfect product here. All information about plugin guides and frequently asked questions you can find on Wiki. Please report the bugs you find on the Discord server. Wait, am I not on this server already?
I think you are.
Let me click join. Nah, I'm not. Join. There we go. Now I'm on the server. Thank you so much, Phoenix, for the private message and giving me the letting me into the closed beta. Officially not supported to test with map inventory alpha ABSZ pocket event support will be added later. AlphaNet Z for MV will be next week. AlphaNet Z dedicated server will be next week. Now you can connect to a global server only. AlphaNet Z Beta 3. Oh, oof, guys, we're getting into the closed beta. We got the closed beta here. You guys can't see it, but I'm gonna get it. Let me copy this, put it into another folder here. MZ. I think I already made Phoenix. No, that's Phoenix Fire Games. All right, pasting this. Oh shit, this is exciting. I think we're gonna look at this on Friday. We're gonna be looking at this on Friday. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna mess around with this off camera so I can show it properly. On Friday, we're gonna be taking a look at Phoenix Kagadisa's closed beta for the AlphaNet Z, which is the MZ multiplayer code stuff. So that's exciting. We have one more thing to do before we finish this like barely bare bones tutorial thing. We need to private beta, sexy, right? We need to complete a quest and show that it's completed. So that's going to be a plugin command, and the quest was supposed to be completed when you enter a dungeon, right? So let's go to in the game where we enter the dungeon, which would be inside of here. This is creating it. This is entering the dungeon. So when they say yes, it's going to like pick a dungeon and put them in it. But at the beginning, it's also going to, actually we should let them enter. And then at the end of whatever happens, do a plugin command. Quest system. We're going to say status. Add to completed. Welcome to MZ MMO, right? This is the verbatim, word for word, capital sensitive keyword that will identify your quest. So we're going to say once you've entered a dungeon, this quest should be completed and it should move. But it's still up to us to add those items. How do we not make it add those items every time? We can make a switch, but do we really have to? I think we do. Let's do a conditional branch here. We'll say, this is the easiest way, but maybe it's not the most optimal way. Conditional branch, if switch first dungeon is off, then we're going to turn on that switch and give 5 potions. Show text. You've obtained item 110 space times 5 for completing the quest. Welcome. We'll do like a parentheses. Welcome to MZ MMO. And we'll word wrap that as well. There we go. That'll work just fine. So let's test it all in its entirety. Let's see if we enter a dungeon. Do we get the 5 potions? Do we does the quest log update, etc., etc., etc. Oh, this time we actually have to log in normally. So that means I need to set my character starting point on the login screen and actually connect to the Socket.io server, and which would connect to my SQL database. So let's connect, and we're gonna make a new account. This one's gonna be called Kage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A word wrap sounds tasty. First guy, yeah. Drifty Kage. We should probably not have it known from the beginning, because you can see that we enter a dungeon right off the bat and it shows up too soon. So we'll fix that too. Let's select the warrior. Character data is saving. Enter a dungeon. Let's go here. Would you like to generate a new dungeon? Yes. Why is it not word wrapping? You've obtained 5 potions for completing Welcome to MZ MMO. Am I not doing word wrap properly? Is the message core turned off? What is happening here? Message core is on. Word wrap doesn't seem to be working anywhere. And it should totally work right there. Is it because I have this after, like, does it need to be spaced now? I don't think it used to need to be spaced. I mean, it still worked, right? No. It did not give me the items. What about the quest log? It did finish it. So, like, the open quest that we had, it finished it. But another thing to look at is it didn't actually give me the Notorious monster quest. So 2 things are the problem right now. The word wrap is not actually working right. Maybe if I do that again. Let's see. If first dungeon is off, turn it on and give... Oh, because I didn't give the actual items. I'm such a dumb boy. Change items. Easy. Fix. That was an easy bug. You know, if you're gonna write text saying you get items, you should probably give those items. We'll do that. That bug's fixed. The word wrap, I made a space. Maybe now it'll work properly. I hope. Okay. And one other thing. So it completes the quest there. Oh no, 2 things, because we also didn't want it to just show the quest from the beginning. So known quest from the beginning, we're going to say none. You don't know any quests at the beginning of the game. Tracked quest? Which quest is tracked at the start of the game? None. No quest. Right? And then when are we assigning the player to get new quests? I think I did it on the test map, but I didn't bring that into an actual map. That's why it didn't work. Okay, no problem. Let's take these 2 quests. Let's copy them from the test map and put them on the actual interior from the first auto run. This is an erase event, so we don't want it on that one. This is a parallel that fades out the text, so we also don't want it right there. What we're going to do is put it in the common event that runs at the beginning of the game. So new game auto run is going to run all of this. I have to pee again. T, talk about cool stuff on Valheim. I'm so close to finishing this.
Can I have your permission to rebuild the portal house?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So one of the cool things about Valheim is that even though the world is incredibly big, like just ridiculously big, we have been playing, I think, like 190 hours or something like that. Obviously, some of that is like AFK, but still, quite a while, and we have maybe 8% of the map discovered, maybe. It's just immense. It's enormous. So one of the things that you can do is build portals to go from one section to the other. And so that saves a lot of travel time, although traveling on the sea is also really awesome because you run into sea monsters and you can kill them and eat them. And that's pretty cool too. Let me look at the comments. So I have no idea what Drifty's doing. I'm not going to talk about what he's doing because I haven't been paying attention at all. How are you guys doing with your game jams? Your game jam games? Game jammy jams. That's starting very soon. I have to make the score sheet. I haven't made the score sheet yet, but I will. I promise. It's gonna happen. And then we judges are gonna have to play. Right now we have 14 entries, but hey guys, actually, while I'm on the subject, if you don't make your entry public, we can't see it. So the judges cannot play it and cannot judge it. So please make your entries public. Or there's no point in entering if nobody can see it. There's like, it says there's 14 entries, but I can only see 11 or 10. So there's like 3 or 4 people that put it on private, and they're not going to get judged if they don't change that.
Maybe they'll be available after the period ends? I don't know.
No, they have to. I remember from last time there was at least one person that had to go back and change it to public.
Oh, okay.
We can't look at it.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe they put it on private because they're like, I don't want other players to look at it until it... We've already set it up so that other people cannot see them.
Right.
Only the judges can see them until the contest is over.
Right.
So you can put it on public, but that means only the judges will see it. And then when the contest is over, everyone will see it. But whenever you choose to make it public, make sure you make it public before the judging period ends, or we will not be able to even judge it. We won't even be able to play your game or see it. No one will.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh, boating. Rat says boating looks fun in Valheim. It is amazing.
It's so much fun.
It's one of the best things about the whole entire game. But there's so many good things about the game, it's hard to say that.
Yeah. So when the game starts, we're adding these 2 quests. I don't know if I want to add both of them at this point. So I was thinking about it. Because then it's going to show it while you're selecting your character, and it's like too distracting. We want it to appear when you enter here for the first time. So I'm going to make a new auto run. Wait, hold on. Maybe I can attach it to an existing auto run. That's a parallel. This is an auto run with an erase event that has its own things happening. We need to continue to keep happening. So we'll make a separate auto run that will happen a single time. And this will self switch A on new page, require self switch A, action button, and that fixes itself. So when you enter here, you'll be giving these 2 quests. If you go into here, you finish the quest. So you immediately get progression. So when we log into Drifty Kage, is that what I called it? No, that's not what I called it. Whatever, new account. Drifty Kage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I named my character Drifty Kage, so I'll name him Drifty Kage too. Alright, so we should have been given 2 quests now, unless I did that wrong or something. Quests. We've got them. Enter a dungeon. And Notorious monsters. I also wanted to update this real quick before I forget on Notorious monsters, where it says potions times 5 is given each time you complete this quest. I'm going to add the U right here, and then put a space after that. So that's just simple plugin parameters. So that's really what this boils down to mostly, is going into your plugin parameters and messing with them a lot. Quests here. So we're going to go in here and add a space. And then I'm going to push delete here and then make complete right there so that it looks a little bit better. Just a text bug. We're like 6 layers deep. All right. And that's basically it. Let's make sure that walking into the dungeon gives the 5 potions. You've obtained 5 potions for completing the quest. Welcome. It still does not word wrap. Why isn't word wrap working? Is word wrap broken? Did they change it? Word wrap is not working here. So word wrap does not work in the quest plugin, even though that the color codes and the item codes do. Word wrap does not. That's good to know, right? Quest categories, Notorious monsters, quests. Anytime. No, it's actually not Notorious monsters. It's a main quest. Anytime that you're using word wrap inside of here, don't expect it to work. No, it. Enter a dungeon, right? Oh, see, this is why it's strange to me, because check it out. That text is being drawn right here, man. That's just in a show text. Why isn't word wrap working? I'm going to report there may be a bug with word wrap. I don't understand why it's not working. Okay. Well, it's definitely not working here, which is, I hope it's working in other places, because I've kind of done a lot of text boxes. I wonder if there's a plugin that's conflicting with it. That's going to be a big problem for me. I'll just do it like this. You've obtained the item potions times 5 for completing this quest. Welcome to MZMMO. And that should look fine with no word wrap. We've also spaced it. One last test, and then we're going to call it. I think that should work just fine and look right. But hey, I mean, we got it working. We got it running. And I would say this was a very, very good stream, except for the fact that YouTube's fucked up the super chatting. I know that Waffles has already tried to super chat $45. Tronogamming Gamer Corey Davis has tried to super chat some money. We've had some other people. Vino tried to super chat, and nobody was able to super chat except for like 5 minutes into the stream when it was working. So that's a big pain in the ass. Hopefully that's fixed tomorrow. I hope I see that money. And if not, they better refund you. They better refund you. I actually hope they refund you, because it didn't even show the fucking super chat. That's not right. YouTube, please fix your software. For the love of God. I don't want to go to Twitch. I don't want to. I don't want to go to Twitch. But what are you going to make me do if your shit keeps breaking like this? If you play with somebody's money, there's going to be consequences for that. People are going to straight up leave your platform if you play with their money like that. Straight up. All right, logging in. You know what? I'm going to at them right now on Twitter. Not that it will do anything, but maybe if enough people do it, everyone should at them on Twitter right now. I don't even tweet that often. At YouTube. If you play with people's money like this, they will leave your platform. Please fix the super chat issue. Straight up. I'm gonna like my own tweet because I like it. Sickening. No.
Where did you get that from?
No. Gosh damn it. I knew it was gonna happen. See, I hate Twitch. I actually fucking hate Twitch, really. And I don't want to have to go to them to do my streams. Anyway, guys, we did it. Quests. It remembers our quest, I believe. Potions times 5, and if we look at the Notorious Monsters one, we've got rid of the word wrap and we've manually put it in there. It looks good. We have our basic quest system. Slay the Notorious Monsters that you find in the dungeon. Boom. And the reason why, okay, you've obtained 5 potions for completing the quest. Welcome to MZMMO. And we're on a quest inside the dungeon. Slay the Notorious Monsters that you find. Hell yeah. Alright guys, Waffles, I hope that this was helpful in some way. I appreciate you trying to super chat. I didn't diss YouTube with zero context. The context is their super chat system completely screwed people today. Completely screwed people. Here's what happened. People spent money, YouTube charged them, they paid, and then their super chats did not go through. And it doesn't reflect on chat revenue for the stream, but people paid. So they weren't happy with 35%, so they took 100%. So I'm assuming they're going to refund. Corey Davis with a $5 super chat. It's a hard boss. Oh shit. Super chats are working again. Super chats are, all you have to do is tweet. You just have to tweet at them and be like, yo, people ain't gonna stand for this shit. They fixed it. There was some weird congestion in the server. They're gonna definitely try harder to make that not happen. That's a fucking shame that it really happened like that, because it, you know, I only went, you know, like, I'm a small time YouTuber that makes a small amount of super chats, but I do get some of them, and when they don't come in, that sucks, especially when people are paying money. But imagine some of the bigger streamers who got screwed out of like thousands of dollars in super chats just over this last hour or two that it was broken and bugged. And there's a lot of people on YouTube. So all I know is they have a backlog of shit they need to go through, and they need to fix it. They need to refund these people whose super chats didn't go through. Anyway, guys, we did it. We did the super quest. Thank you for the $5, Corey. Appreciate that. We did the quest system tutorial. I know it took about 2 hours to kind of go through with some distractions in there, but we've got quests in the game now. If you have any specific questions about that, let me know on the Discord. Come join us on the Discord. I appreciate that. Love you guys very much. Super chats are coming at the very end. Hey, $10 super chat from Corey Davis. Finally it works, I think, and I'm testing it, but dude, it's whooping my ass. You gotta beat him fast, but you don't want to do a lot of damage fast. It's hard and fun. So I do want to check your boss battle. I hope I can figure out the strategy, Corey. 20 Nox super chat from Warp Enigma. Thank you, Warp, for another 20 Nox. Appreciate that. Super chat for the win. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Valheim. Whoop. I'm totally going to play Valheim right now. No lie. I'm about to just jump on Valheim as soon as this is over. Hey, man. How are you? What's up, Peachy? Hi. I got 3 scam requests yesterday. People were asking to buy my Discord server. And I'm like, block. Immediately block somebody who does that. Because all they're trying to do is scam you out of it. They're not going to pay you a penny. They're just going to trick you and try to scam you. And it's all a big scam. So, I mean, you could just not respond. I respond to people, but then once they're like, yo, I want to buy your server, I'm like, fuck out of here, man. Anyway, that's it for today's stream. Love you very much. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thanks for trying to super chat at the beginning, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be doing a first impression on Sir Legna's plugins. I don't know which one is that we're going to be doing, but we're going to be taking a deep dive into one of or multiple of his plugins, and we're just going to be talking about his because he wants to do a first impression on it, so we're going to do it like that. But yeah, that's that. And then on Friday, we're going to take a look at Phoenix Kagerisu's closed beta. So stay tuned. It's going to be a good week. And for the night times, we're going to be playing Valheim. It's an epic game. It's my favorite game in a long time. It's the best game that I've played since Original Sin 2. Divinity Original Sin 2. That was a fun one too. But anyway, we're having a ton of fun. Come join us. Let me know on the Discord. Links in the description below. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you guys. $2 super chat for Vino at the end. What? Working stuff now. Woo! They must have had enough people complaining because they got it fixed.
Oh, I'm sure that was a big complaint. Right
Oh my
away.
god. They're going to... Like I said, you play with people's money. You're going to see consequences. They definitely lost people. Like, people are frustrated for other reasons with YouTube, but I know today was the last straw for at least a few people out there, like big streamers. At least a few of them were like, all right, fuck it. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm switching to a different one.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of options, but Twitch is the biggest one for their competitor. So there's a few people who probably already said, fuck it, I'm switching.
Yeah.
And that happens, and they can't not expect that to happen if that stuff happens. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, guys.